1 point at one stage in the third quarter, now trail by only 9 points. There's the scoreboard, 82-73. Tremendous fight back by Carlton.
Goal number 2 to Keogh, and what a good one it was, to a left foot snap, and he lined it up superbly. Carlton, a grand fight back, and here comes Jones to do battle with Scott. Free kick, I thought, to Carlton that time, not awarded. Marr gets it. Marr down to centre half forward. A great punch, and here's a chance now for Goad. Goad on half forward flank. Hotly pursued out there to the boundary line by O'Connell, and Goad fumbles it over the line. Hawthorn in attack in front of the vocal grandstand. A great punch by Martello to Hendry. Hendry's kick is smothered superbly by Doull. Doull, a magnificent player, boots it where Heath's in front. Mackay! That was the mark of the match. That was the mark of the match by David Mackay, as he boots a great pass downfield, and it's taken over there by Davis. Davis, Brent Croswell's cousin, is now at full forward. In front, Douge, and Douge takes a desperately needed mark in defence for Hawthorn.
5 minutes of play in this final quarter, which promises to be a real thriller. Douge out towards the half-back line, looking for Don Scott. Tizelenko had 2 kicks to half-time. Handballs to Walsh. Walsh into an open goal. He's put it through. And Carlton trail by only 3 points. Walsh is third. And listen to that Carlton... well, it's not the Carlton stand, but the Carlton supporters, who were very silent in the early stages of the third quarter, have really come to life. 11-16 to 11-13. That was Walsh's third goal. Walsh has 3. Trevor Keogh also 3 for Carlton. Plays underway. Umpire Robinson, who has done a magnificent job this afternoon.
Keogh's 2, Peter, as Chandler kicks it downfield, and Jesselenko beaten for that one. Dixon comes in and runs into a shoulder. That won't please that Hawthorn stand, the cheer squad. Dixon tries the short pass out wide, looking for Armstrong. Armstrong, good mark. Armstrong has been Carlton's best kick getter. 10 kicks in the second quarter. He's now up to kick number 20. Wow. Armstrong on the half-forward flank kicks it downfield, where Heath and Mackay will contest. Mackay, a tremendous leap again. Douge fights for it. Picked up there, and a long hand pass goes out to Desmond Marr, but it's an awkward bounce. Picked up by Goad. Goad then turns around, unmolested now on half-back flank. Kicks it badly on the Linda Crescent side. Martello comes across. He hits it into general play to Crimmins. Crimmins kick number 18. Across to Bevan, and Bevan misses. Southby comes in, and Southby brilliantly done. Bevan fights it out well. Hendry's got it at centre half forward. Underneath it, nicely taken for Carlton by Styles. Styles has had a pretty quiet day.
8 minutes of play now in this final quarter. Styles from Tasmania boots out towards centre wing. Norman Bussell misses it. Chance for Rice behind the pack. The pace is on now. Centre wing. Price towards Parkin. Parkin steadying down. Boots towards the half-forward line for Hawthorn, but no avail. Peter Hall, you should have taken that. In comes Hendry, number 25. Hall, the handball out towards Walsh. Walsh from the half-back line to steady down for Carlton, and from defence, Carlton move into attack towards the half-forward line. Here's Davis. Handball in a flash to Jesselenko. Here comes Jesselenko, bouncing in an open goal. Third bounce, 30 metres out, bangs for goal, and what a shame. Such magnificent play is not capped off. So Carlton now face a deficit of 2 points. Well, Jesselenko had 2 kicks until half-time. His tally now, Kevin Pritchley, our statistician, is 11 kicks. So he's come to life. And, well, he needed 2-2 to revive this sadly depleted Carlton side.
That magnificent mark was taken by Kevin Hall, who, since he's been moved onto the ball, particularly when resting on half-forward flank, has been one of the reasons for Carlton's revival. Kevin Hall kicks a long one down to Big Nick. Nick goes up and is thumped away from him. All the chance for Heath. Heath is well tackled, well played, Nichols. He won't give up. And still they got the chances. Booted out by Captain Parkin. Beach Pennell. A chance now for Crimmins and O'Connell. I would have played that to Crimmins. Peter Jones, nicely done. And it's fierce football. Crimmins comes out with it, and Crimmins bolts into the open. His kick is not a good one. Here's a chance for Bevan. He'll be tackled by Southby. Southby's been one of Carlton's very best players. Battling for it there. And now the chance is here. Hell! Don Scott takes the free kick against Jeff Southby. Scott back in his position as number one ruckman for the side. He and Martello have given some tremendous pressure to big lanky Peter Jones, who's done all the central bounces. Scott comes in, boots it into attack. Peter Jones goes up. Ooh, it was almost taken by Bevan. Martello fights for it. Martello's got Carlton players all over him, and the ball is on the boundary line, and umpire Robinson, who's given a wonderful exhibition of umpiring, is going to bounce it with Hawthorn in attack.
Right next to their behind post, their lead is only 2 points. Martello thumps it across, saw Bevan, couldn't pick it up, and here's the unreliable Southby, a magnificent player, can't break clear. Well, that's really packed football at the moment. Chance for Leon Rice. He's in trouble, he's caught. Way on, out towards half-back, cleared for Carlton, towards the centre wing, chance for Kevin Hall, who loves a run. Off he goes, can't click the ball. He's Norman Bustle, number 16. Hall stood in there to get the free kick. Trip. Well played, Kevin Hall. Well, he loves a run, Kevin Hall. And he had 2 to beat, and he's beaten them. Hawthorn 11-16, Carlton 11-14. As Hall boots towards the half-forward line. Mackay interfered. And the free kick goes to Kevin Heath for Hawthorn. Half-back line, Heath boots towards the centre wing, and he's put it out in the full, or very close to it. Yes, out in the full, and the free kick to go to Byrne for Carlton. Number 26, Byrne towards the half-forward line. It's all Hawthorn. In front is McCarthy, and he's just got it. McCarthy at centre half-back, taking this free kick. Hawthorn move out of their danger zone towards Martello. Martello almost paid. Centre wing. Chance of Matthews, well done. Out to Parkin, out to Rice. Rice in turn, a short pass, not a good one towards Jones. Jones will have to kick it on this occasion, which he does back towards the centre wing. It goes towards Martello and Matthews. Matthews will play on. Centre wing, tries to get around Burns, does it with ease. Now he gets around Peter Hall. Beautiful play, Matthews. Bangs in towards the goals. Oh, just offline, a minor score, and what magnificent football by Lee Matthews.
Well, there's no doubt who's been the dynamic best player on the ground by his own solo efforts. Matthews has put Hawthorn in this position. He's been a fantastic player, and that was the case once again. He decided, I'll do it myself, to put Hawthorn back in front, and he just missed the goal. Jones will leap. Above him was nicely McCarthy. Well played, Rice. Rice goes to the ground, gets left foot to it, doesn't do much with it. Here's a chance now for Styles. Styles loses it and picked up by Ablett. Ablett a left foot shot, and it's all Carlton. Philip Pennell makes a diving lunge at it, and the ball goes away from his fingers, through for one behind, and maybe that will be an important behind. It's 84 points to 80. Hawthorn in front, and fullback Southby, who's been a great defender as always, best and fairest for the last 2 seasons, kicks out for Carlton.
12 minutes of play in this final quarter. Towards the centre, towards Jones, thumped away by Moncrief. Here's Keogh. Keogh for Carlton, can't break clear. He's well backed up though by Peter Hall. Peter Hall from the centre. Short kick, Bustle can't collect it, but he collects a Carlton player and Burns. Half-forward line for the Carlton side, and breaking clear is Ablett, who's been a great player. Short pass, out wide. Backing up well for Hawthorn, the chance. On the half-forward line, screw kick back towards full forward is marked. Don Scott. And on the ground for Hawthorn, that was Grummich, who has just moved onto the ground as a reserve, who delivered that pass to Don Scott. Well, this could relieve some pressure for Hawthorn. 11-18 to 11-14. Hawks lead is 4 points. Can Don Scott make it 10? 14 minutes of play now in this final quarter. Shoots for goal, and he's put it through. Hawthorn stand goes wild with excitement. That's a handy lead at this stage. Hawthorn, a goal clear, a 10-point lead. 90 plays 80. 16 minutes of play have elapsed in this final quarter. And umpire Robinson has blown the whistle. Free kick to Hawthorn. Big Al Martello. The Hawks lead is 10 points. 90 plays 80. And the mist is settling into this Hawthorn ground. Becoming very hard to see players. Martello, long way out from goal, can kick it out of sight. He's kicked this one not out of sight, but almost out of bounds. Minor score, but every score is valuable at this stage. Hawthorn are 91 points. Carlton are 80.
It's only 15 minutes of the quarter gone, and Jeff Southby's still got the chance now to boot Carlton deep down. He will, because he's kicked out magnificently all day. This is no exception with the heavy ball. It's a good 60 metres. Jones up, good mark in front of Scott. Jones in the aerial battles has had to be, his opponents have punched away all day, so at least he's frustrated them, and he's been a good trier. Alex Jesselenko up in front. Nice play, Marr. Here comes Marr to boot them into attack, and it's a great kick by Marr. And Lee Matthews. Could have been a free kick to Matthews, and down they're going. Oh, push. Push, says the umpire. And it's Grumish to take it. There's Southby talking to the umpire in disgust and despair, but I think that Matthews could easily have been awarded the free a couple of seconds ago when he was right in front, only a couple of metres out. Here's Charlie Grumish, who's kicked a lot of goals for Hawthorn. The angle is clear. It's about a 45-degree one. He's only about 10 metres out, is the man on the mark. Grumish shoots for goal, misses it. Just missed it. Incidentally, in the first quarter, there was a goal kick, we thought, we were in the same position right behind it. That was only awarded as one behind. And little did we realise at one stage it could have been desperate, but Hawthorn at 12:20 are leading Carlton 11-14, and there's about 16 minutes of the last quarter elapsed.
12-point lead for Hawthorn. They're led by 28 points at half-time. As I mentioned earlier, their lead at one stage in the third quarter was 41 points. But Carlton whittled that down to 14 points at three-quarter time. And only a few moments ago, the difference was only 2 points. Now it's 12. Plenty of time left for Carlton. But Hawthorn have a slight breather with a 2-goal lead. And here comes Martello, banging towards the full-forward line. Pumped away, and Pennell will clear. Out towards the back pocket, and it's bouncing out of bounds. Boundary throw in Hawthorn's forward pocket. The Hawthorn stand goes wild, cheering the Hawthorn side on. As Don Scott gets the tap down, it goes to Dixon for Carlton. He's in trouble. In plenty of trouble. Gets the handball to Kevin Hall. Hall towards the centre wing. Here's Jesselenko. Over the back, the chance with Jaworski. Crimmins can't collect it. Jesselenko's still in there battling. Still trying, Jesselenko. Well done, Jesselenko. Out it goes to Walsh. Walsh is off for a run. A short pass downfield. Goes towards Davis. And the free kick will go to Davis. Young 18-year-old player, formerly from Tasmania. Cousin of Brent Croswell, number 23. Hasn't done a great deal, but what he's done, he's shown a touch of class. Oh, and a great mark to Mackay. No, it's not Mackay, it's Walsh.
Walsh.
Well, the leap, I thought it had to be Mackay.
It was a magnificent leap, and Walsh, who's kicked 3 and Carlton's best goal getter for the day, and also Carlton's best goal getter for the season. He's second on the VFL ladder, comes in, and this is a vital one. Shoots for goal, it falls short, and it's marked in front. Hawthorn very strong. 90 taken, Kevin Heath. Look at that confetti throwing it over Heath. He's disappeared.
Just been married.
He's disappeared. Yes, he is a bachelor too, so he's probably very dismayed to hear that he's just gone. Heath comes in and kicks out wide to the Linda Crescent side, and I thought the free could have gone to Carlton. Dixon goes out wide to Keogh. Keogh could have got that one. Picked up by Martello. Martello, a great last quarter. In comes O'Connell. O'Connell marks centre wing position.
18 minutes of play in this final quarter. Hawthorn's lead is 92-80. 2 straight goals. Getting very dark indeed. 2 at the Glenferrie Oval, and very misty as O'Connell boots towards the full forward line. Plenty of Hawthorn players there. They can raffle it, and Don Scott takes it. Well, Don Scott kicked the relieving goal, and now we see him taking a very, very timely mark. John Nichols, who started off tremendously well in the first quarter, hasn't been sighted virtually since quarter time. Hendry! Oh!
There was a push out before it, I think.
Yes. And the free kick going Hawthorn's way. Taken by McCarthy. Tall Carlton, Southby. Oh, he misses it. Don't see that very often, but Peter Hall backs him up well. Hall out towards the half-back flank in a one-out battle between Rice and Brian Quirk on the ground for Carlton. Rice will win out. Handball across to Parkin. Parkin from the forward pocket. Screwing it back towards the half-forward line towards Hendry. Thumped away by Pennell. Down the ground it goes. Opportunity for Styles. He can't click the ball. Peter Hall now for Carlton. Back pocket in heaps of trouble. Well done, Peter Hall. Take a free kick, Peter Hall. No? Ball up.
He's penalising him. Penalising.
Well, a little bit unlucky, Peter Hall, I'd say. Had odds against him. And the free kick is going to Peter Crimmins for Hawthorn, who's about to have kicked number 18 or 19, although he hasn't been that conspicuous, really. Although he's played his normal, very serviceable game. Crimmins, only 30 metres out. This could be a very vital shot. Won't make a score. Big leapers are there, and they'll be able to mark the ball. Chance in the ground for Hendry. Screw it back in towards the goal square. Dool marks. No, he doesn't mark it. Breaking clear at Dool again. He's been a very reliable defender. Tries to shoot the handball out, it's smothered. Goad for Hawthorn. Back towards centre-half forward. Matthews sets himself over the back. Gone in front spot. Well, Matthews was setting himself. McCarthy was going to fly from the back, and Don Scott chipped in from the side and took the mark.
My word, Scott's done a magnificent job in these last 5 or 6 minutes. 3 very telling marks, 1 great goal, and that's a big heart in the frame of this fiery, volatile number 1 ruckman for Hawthorn. He and Martello have been great inspirations in their side in this last term, as Scott is going to shoot for goal again. It's a good, long, thumping kick, but well off direction, and that's another behind of the Hawks. But Scott coming back after suspension. Most critics were surprised to see him take over number 1 role of ruckman again, because Martello had played brilliantly in his absence. But both players have been great contributors, and Scott, as you've seen in this last few moments, has been a wonderful player. Here's Southby, who's always a good one for Carlton. He varies between brilliant and very good, I think. He rarely plays a bad one. There he is, Jeff Southby, the science student. And he kicks straight down the centre of the ground.
Beautiful kick too by Southby, right towards the centre, good 65 metres. Carlton have another reserve on the ground in number 21, and that's Austin. Play on the centre wing on the outer side. Free kick will go Carlton's way. No, umpire Robinson moving in. Underneath all that is Peter Hall, and he will take the free kick.
Bremner's come on the ground too, Peter.
Well, both sides have both reserves on the ground. Peter Hall booting towards the half-forward line, towards Mackay, thumped away towards the centre wing. Here's Nichols, who's been unsighted. He doesn't do very much on this occasion either. Centre wing Parkin towards Maher. Maher a hurried kick under pressure out towards the centre wing, but in the meantime, umpire Robinson has picked the free kick out behind play against John Nichols, and Nichols and Martello are having a little to do.
They certainly are, with the feet occasionally too.
Yes, there are a few slight what to do's there, but anyway, here's Des Maher. I think the ball may have been out of bounds. Umpire Robinson has halted play.
I think he's played the mark to Matthews, Pete.
Yes, Lee Matthews in the centre wing. Well, I was watching Martello and Nichols.
Yeah, having a private scuffle, yes. I wouldn't like to fight with either of those. It'd be better to call a truce, I think, as Matthews in centre wing position, been a magnificent player. Down it goes, McCarthy goes up. Above him was Styles. Neither looked like marking it. It's out of bounds. It's out of bounds with Hawthorn in attack, and Hawthorn leading by 13 points. And there are about 23 minutes gone in the last quarter. So Hawthorn in a strong position. Nichols on the ball now. McCarthy contests with him. Nichols throws one at it. David Parkin, been a gallant captain, gets it out to Matthew to Goad. He's in tons of trouble. Down it goes towards where Southby goes up, and the mark is beautifully taken by John Hendry. Hendry, recruited from Scots College, has developed into a very damaging half-forward. Either at centre half-forward or on the flank, John Hendry contributes a lot.
17 kicks, Doug.
17 kicks, he and young Robert Elliott. Now it's St Kilda were the stalwarts of Scotch in cricket and football some years ago. John Hendry shoots for goal. His left footer is a bad one, goes across towards that vocal stand, and that's another behind. But Hendry has really become a very good player for Hawthorn. There's Bremner in his unaccustomed role of full forward, as Southby, who's had a lot of kicking out today, as you can see by the scoreboard, is ready once again.
94-80, time running out for Carlton. Hawthorn's lead is 14 points. Kick going almost towards the centre. Nichols trying to tap it down. Now he handballs out towards number 19. That's O'Connell. O'Connell in trouble. Gets away from it well. Well done, O'Connell. Handball in a flash goes towards the centre wing. Walsh in under plenty of pressure. Can he get out of it? He can. Well done, Walsh. Handball goes across towards Dixon. Dixon a short pass to Davis. Davis doesn't kick the ball a long way. He has on this occasion an enormous kick. Right in towards the goal square. Armstrong threw it back, which he's done. He's put it through. Third goal for Armstrong, and what a wonderful player he's been too, Douglas. Lee Matthews for Hawthorn, and young Armstrong you can see there for Carlton. Well, you'd have to give probably 3 to Matthews and 2 to Armstrong if you're awarding 3 and 2.
I think you'd have to, Pete. They're both built in the same mould. Matthews, of course, a much bigger mark. But Armstrong, always a tremendous kick getter, He played brilliantly in the centre, then he was moved out to bring Jesselenko into the game. Now he's gone down there and kicked his third goal. Well played, Scott, taken by Austin. Austin boots him into attack and Peter Hall goes out after it. Norm Bustle comes through, look out. Here's a chance for a nice pick-up, and it was a good one by Rice. A long one goes downfield, and a great mark by Henry again. Henry left foot to the cross, and here's Matthews and O'Connell. Matthews has got it. He's into trouble, but does it well, and kicks a long one. Oh. There's Lethal Lee, the uncrowned mayor of Hawthorn, a hero of the stand, and we might add, as an unbiased commentator, rightly so. What a magnificent solo goal, and that's sewn the match up for Hawthorn, and what a magnificent tussle it's been.
25 minutes of play in this final quarter. We're now entering the time-off period. Most quarters have gone for 31 minutes, so there's still 6 minutes left. Carlton's deficit is 14 points. Austin for Carlton, but here's David Parkin. Parkin to clear for Hawthorn, handball to Crimmins. Crimmins, short pass out wide towards McCarthy. He can't mark the ball. Keeps it. Oh, he's met by Dool. Fair bump. In comes Ablett for Hawthorn. Down he goes, and it's out of bounds.
If Henry can take it, that was a beautiful bump of Dool's, and John Henry was up like a flash.
Boundary throw in about 30 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Nichols gets the tap down. Carlton are desperate. Keogh towards the centre wing. Don Scott can't mark the ball. He's well backed up by Heath. Heath for Hawthorn, handball across to Rice. Rice in the centre, steadies down, then thumps it down towards full forward. They set themselves, thumped away. Carlton's chance to clear. Knocked away by Kevin Hall. Out towards the half-back line. Here's Matthews again. Matthews banks for goal. And it's just touched right on the line. Another miraculous attempt by Lee Matthews. And listen to that crowd applauding Matthews. In fact, some of the Hawthorn players even applauding him. Hawthorn's lead is 15 points. And at the 26-minute mark of this final quarter, that's curtains for Carlton.
And there's a 70-metre one by Southby. Here comes Armstrong, battles for it. Down to the ground, burrowing as usual. Maher in the centre of things. Underneath it, Brian Quirk, who's come on as a reserve. A tough, bruising, wonderful game, He-Man game of football. Nichols goes up, thumped away out there, wide there by Moncrief. David Parkin. Parkin down, here comes Henry once again. Henry looks to find Parkin. Parkin is intercepted. There's Bremner. Bremner shoots for goal and misses. Ian Bremner, who by memory serves me correctly, was a forward at Collingwood before he came across to Hawthorn. I've been a wonderful player for Hawthorn over the years, but always as a backman as in the full forward zone. He's been full-back and half-back flank for the Hawks as a consistent player. Southby down, Scott and Nichols go. Chance now for Walsh. No, it's Keogh. Keogh gets tackled, breaks away with great speed. A long hand pass to Quirk, and Quirk centre wing on the outer side of the ground. Boots it downfield. Calvin Moore's underneath it and takes a wonderful mark. Calvin Moore has had a magnificent pair of sticky hands today and been as a fine fullback.
28 minutes of play now in this final quarter. The scoreboard shows Hawthorn 102 points, Carlton 86. Hawthorn's lead 16 points with about 3 minutes of play at the most remaining. Play on the centre wing. Here's Dool, who's been a grand defender for the Carlton side. Handball goes to Armstrong, who's getting very sore in the legs. Socks down, and free kick goes to Armstrong. Well, he may be tired too. He's played a tremendous game. Short pass by Armstrong's a beauty to Davis. Davis will want to hurry up for Carlton. Davis going for the thumping punt kick. Jesselenko can't mark it. The back it's all Hawthorn. Parkin to clear. Out towards the centre wing. Setting himself as Henry. Couldn't mark the ball. Here comes Matthews. The crowd roars every time Lethal Lee Matthews comes near the ball. He's the hero of the Hawthorn stand, and he is justly so. A tremendous game. The boundary throw in centre wing on the Linda Crescent side. 28.5 minutes of play gone now in this final quarter. Martello the chance, Dool the tackle, free kick to Martello.
Yes, Martello has been tremendously strong in that last goal. You may have seen Martello shepherd brilliantly when he got O'Connell out of the way to give Matthews a chance to come through. A great team man and a great getter of the ball as Big Al. Across it goes, Pennell's in front. A weary-looking Philip Pennell, who's made a pretty good return to football, lose it, and then they're falling on the ground. The umpire says free kick, and it's Brian Quirk who's going to take it. And Pennell is still down. Quirk, a long one out wide in the Jesselenko direction. Great leap, Mackay. A long hand pass out to David Dixon. Dixon's off, pursued by Ablett. Dixon tries a short one. Dude just got the opportunity behind his opponent and gets his kick and boots it down to Martello. Linda Crescent, centre wing position is Al Martello, and the Giant takes his time. Number 14, he's going to wear that number for a long time for the Hawks. Tremendous ability and strength, and look at the kick. It's a very long one. Oh, Henry again. Henry beats Styles, pointless that time. That is his 10th mark. A wonderful performance by John Henry. Here comes Bremner. Back it goes to Matthews. Matthews is off. He'll shoot for goal. Tries short pass. That was the most intelligent, quick thinking that I've seen for years. He looked to be shooting for goal, and it went to his roving twin like a bullet. Peter Crimmins will shoot for goal. Hawthorn have won the match, and the vice-captain comes in and kicks another one. They swarm onto the field, and Hawthorn, the scoreboard obliterated, 14-24, defeating Carlton 12-24. It was a great win in a very rugged match out at Glenferrie Oval. There's the scoreboard, 188 points to 86.
So it was the John Kennedy Hawks, victorious by 22 points, led by greats such as Lee Matthews and Don Scott. The Blues would go on to make the grand final in '73, only to be knocked off by Tommy Hafey's Tigers. Thanks for your company in this edition of From the Fox Footy Vault. Join us again next time, right here on Fox Footy.
Turns, he's right on 50 on the boundary.